Hey, today there's actually tea in here. Yeah. We're at day frickin' 5. 5 days of doing this, y'all. Side note, this is my favorite shirt. I know I do math like a girl. Try to keep up. Thank you to my parents for this shirt. Jar time, fam. Let's do it. Ah, okay, Jennie's tree picture. My friend Jennie commented a picture of a tree on my Facebook post, so that's what we're gonna do. Jennie's tree! Cool. So for today, it's gonna be our first adjacent painting today, so that's kind of cool. Section 5 is here. So this is the picture. So pretty. Let's just freaking get into it, man. Gosh, it's pretty. Okay. I'm excited. Thanks for this idea, Jennie. Okay, so I'm gonna do sort of a layered background, and we're just gonna start. I've got all kinds of dollops on here. I'm gonna start by making a light blue color. I'm gonna dip my brush in some blue and get a little bit of the white in there. See if I can mix a nice sky blue color. I want to make sure that these colors aren't too similar to the pieces that are next to them. Like, we do have a blue background here, but this is a lot less green. That'll be nice. Not to mention the lines are going to separate them. It's going to be fine. So let's do it. Sort of gets lighter and transitions into the other color. So I didn't clean my brush. I'm gonna take the white on my dirty brush and sort of splurge that in there. That's the technical term. You're gonna splurge it. Always gotta get a good splurge. What? Okay. And I don't mind when skies get streaky, you know, because it just looks more three-dimensional when you give it the streaks like that. I know it starts to transition into some sort of orangey thing. The sun is directly behind the tree, so we're trying to get that background so we can give the tree a pseudo silhouette look. You can still see the leaves and the color of the branches and all of that. I just want to make sure that there's an actual silhouette feel to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can see it. Can you see it? Can you see it? Something I want to do here is something similar to what I did in my sunrise video, which I'll put a little card for that if you want to check that out. So I've got part of it in white and part of it in a light orange, right? See, we've got two colors happening. I'm just gonna sort of try and blend that into here. And I'll go back in with more white or maybe even a drier brush just to sort of help blend the two colors together. It is hard to blend blue and orange because they are opposite of each other on the color wheel. They're complementary colors, which means if you blend them, they'll turn gray. They'll sort of neutralize into a muddy color. So you want to really be careful blending those together. I think using some white will be helpful. Yeah, so see how that line is sort of forming like some muddy, sort of brownish, grayish color? I don't want that. So with a clean round brush, I'm gonna go with the white and sort of diffuse that area, give it something a little nicer. I think that made it worse. And this is when I say, hey, Andrea, you know what's cool? Covering it up with the tree. I'm gonna add in some yellow into this. Yeah, some yellower golden tones. It's like an upside down version of this. It'll be different. It'll be different. Well, if I do this color for some cloud action, that's not nice. I don't like that. No, I don't like that at all. So I just quickly went and got some black so I could make a gray color and do a little bit of a cloud. A little more black. Cloud. Some cloudiness up here. And I'm just dabbing. I'm not doing it. I'm not dabbing. I'm not doing it. Yeah, okay, we're running away with the clouds. Need to calm that down. I'm gonna get much lighter as we go down. Okay, just dipping this straight into the white. I'm trying to blend a little bit of orange in there, but not a lot. That was a lot. Andrea, throw in some yellow, and I'm not cleaning off my brush, right? Because I'm trying to make some blending happen. Got a much smaller flat brush, and I am just dipping straight into the white because since the rest of the paint is still a little bit wet, I'm gonna pick up a little bit of color, but not a ton, just a little. and it's gonna blend out really nicely. Like, look how clean that is. It looks very much like a gradient, but you can tell that there is some paint down at the bottom with just the white, and that is looking quite nice. Okay, yeah, we have a bit of a sky and a sunset. I'm gonna paint the actual sun in there. It's like here-ish. Let's get in there with the finger. Like a doobie-doo of yellow. That's what I'm calling it, a doobie-doo. You probably can't really tell the difference from where you are. No, it actually looks pretty nice on camera. I'm kind of excited. You want it? Get it. That's for you. Veep. Could you imagine if I just like on my camera? That'd be terrible. I kind of want to dry brush it. I kind of want to dry brush it. Sort of diffused. There, great, done. We're done. We're done. I gave it a few little strokes to make it look less. Someone drew a circle here to represent the sun, and more, oh, that's a sun. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so now I'm gonna start doing the landscaping bit at the bottom. It's pretty grassy, so I am going to make sort of a brighter light green. So I'm gonna take some of my fellow emerald, but instead of just mixing it with white, I'm gonna mix it with white and yellow. That's your tip. Mixing things with white to make them lighter will not always give you like a truer version of that color. A lot of straight green paints have a lot of blue pigment in them. So here, I'll show you. You see right here, I have a little bit of white on some green. If I mix that together, it's looking very teal. And this doesn't just happen with like my emerald paint. This happens with the tube of paint that I have that is labeled green. I don't know why this is, but it's just the case. But this is not the grassy color I'm going for. But if I add some yellow, which is the lighter one of the primaries that is a part of the paint color, I'm gonna get, yeah, you see that sort of like this is the color we think of when we think of a green. That more evened out color. I don't know if it's reading completely as I see it in person as it is to you on camera, but it's like it's a much truer green, in my opinion. Just a little bit of food for thought for those of you who are wondering how to get a brighter green color. There you go. So I'm gonna just start filling in this bottom. There are some mountains in the background, but I'm just gonna start filling in a nice grass line like that. And maybe I'll bring it up a little bit. I probably won't make it very even because horizon lines are not perfect. Just like us, horizons are not perfect. And that's okay, because it's our imperfections that bring us together and make life beautiful. That is your message of the day from Miss Kane. Always look on the bright side of life. Doo-doo. Do-do, do-do, do-do. But in all seriousness, it's okay to not be perfect. If you are a perfectionist, I understand, but you know, you gotta not beat yourself up about it too much. Yeah, see, look at that nice grassy color. It really looks like grass. Yes. Now we have that. I want to put in the little mountainy dews. Now, if there is something I have learned from Mr. Bob Ross, it's that mountains are really easy to do with a palette knife. I still do not have a palette knife. Well, actually, technically I do, but I'm not gonna use it here because I'm saving that for when I break open the oil paints. So I'm gonna take a little scoop of my green and I'm gonna add a touch of black to it. I wanna make it like a shadowy color. Yeah, so we've got like a greenish gray, like that. I'm gonna carve out some mountains. Yeah. Again, why am I painting on the tape? Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Mountain. I'll do something a little bit lighter in the background. Okay, now since I am making like a greenish gray color, I will add just white to make that color lighter. Yeah, ooh, that's pretty nice. There's a little bit over here. Yeah, dope. Now let's just give this grass a little bit of texture. I'm gonna add more yellow to the green, so it looks like the grass is being touched by the sun. Yeah. We just go. Oh, yay. Dimension, folks, dimension. And because this is so zoomed out, I'm not trying to give this like, I'm not trying to give actual grass strokes. Maybe a little in the front, I don't know. Sort of pack it onto the top edge. Am I gonna hate this? I can cover it up if I hate it. You can always cover it up if you hate it. I hate it. And it's gone. We'll stick to our little sideways do's. Oh, tell me that isn't just gorgeous. Tell me that isn't just some beautiful sun-kissed grass. Oh yes. Oh my goodness. Tell me that isn't stunning. Tell me this isn't stunning already. Jenny, you're a genius. I think it's time to let this background dry before we do a tree. You know what that means? Of course you know what this means. If you've been with me 5 times, you know what's coming. Do I even need to pick up the mug? Of course I do. This time there's actual tea. Okay, we've now gotten to my favorite part. Why? Because I love drawing trees. I like drawing them. I like painting them. I think they're very fun. They are not that difficult to get the hang of. I think it's a really easy skill and a really easy way to add awesome detail to your painting. So let's do it. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with some straight brown to start with my awesome back with brush number 5. A little bit of phthalo blue in my life, a little bit of cat yellow by my side, a little bit of cyan's all I need, a little titanium white is what I see, a little bit phthalo, I already said phthalo, dang it! Okay, so I am taking this brush. I'm gonna do this a little bit off center. Not a lot, but a little bit. Things that are dead center are not always as interesting as things that are slightly off. Next time you go see a really pretty photo or you go see a really pretty painting, you tell me how perfectly symmetrical it is, and then report back whether its symmetry helped it be more interesting. Committing. Beautiful. I'm gonna thicken this a little bit. And it's okay if it's not perfectly level at the bottom, because then it looks like it's truly growing out of the grass. And I can add little grassy strokes at the bottom when I'm done. You know what? The trunk's just a little bit thicker now. That's it. So that's our trunk. Now it's time to draw the limbs. Now, here's what I really like to do, and I learned this both from a paint and sip and from Bob Ross. But thinning out your paint, making it a little bit runnier, makes it a little bit easier to work with, and you can draw smooth lines a lot more easily. So I'm gonna dip my brush in some water and mix it with the brown paint and then draw some of the bigger limbs. So we just go, like, look how clean that was. I didn't have to go back over it or anything. Now I'm just sort of making up where these limbs are because in the picture they're pretty well hidden by leaves, but I like to give it that skeleton before I actually paint on leaves. And I'm just putting them randomly, you know, not really a ton of rhyme or reason to it. I don't know why I'm spending so much time making them that perfect. I'm gonna cover them up with leaves anyway. I'm covering up my cloud. That's okay. I got another cloud up there. I think that's good. I think that's a good sized tree. Time for the leaves, y'all. It's time for the leaves. Right, can you not? Going in with my fan brush, and I'm going straight into that green, okay? I'm not adding anything to it because I'm gonna give the base of the leaves, like a whole bunch of them, all over the place. And then I'm gonna go in with some yellow, or maybe like yellow with a little bit of green in it. You know what I'm saying? And give it a highlight. I love trees. And I'm just gonna tap it. And this is a pretty full tree. So I don't care if it gets all that thick. And I actually kind of want some of the branches to be covered because they're covered in the picture. This one in the picture goes out pretty wide. And you'll see some of them start to blur. Just means you need more paint. And I'm bringing it lower because I like the proportions that way. Ooh! Oh, I'm excited about this one. It just goes to show, you find the thing that you like to paint and you keep going. If there is something that you want to learn how to paint and there is something that you want to be good at painting, just keep painting it. I paint a lot of trees and this is my favorite right now because I like trees. It's just how it is, y'all. Okay, I think that looks freaking great. I think that looks really, really nice. A lot of my background work is gone. The little sun is gone, but that's okay because look how pretty that is. I am going to apologize to this brush. I'm sorry for smashing your head a lot, but you've made something beautiful today. So thank you. I'm gonna wash it off a little bit. It's okay if it's not perfectly clean, and I'm gonna get some of that yellow for some highlight. Okay, so see, not all that clean. Gonna get some yellow and just tap it in. Just give it some highlight. Give it some interest. I don't know if you can tell, guys, but I'm having a lot of fun with this one. This is the best tree I've ever done. This is the best tree I've ever done. Maybe we do more. Let's give some texture to the actual trunk of the tree. Ooh, yeah, okay. So I've got my handy dandy liner brush again. Brush 0, good old pal. I'm gonna take some of that thinned out brown with the water. I'm actually going to wet my brush again and dip it ever so slightly into the black. We get like a little bit of a darker brown. It's nice and thin, and we can like, doesn't do a ton, but it's a thing. This needs more dangly leaves. Yeah. Oh my god, this is great. This is great. I love this. Let's throw some dirt. Let's throw in some dirt. Yeah. Just some patches of you know, whatever. You know, maybe there's a little gopher that lives in here and he needs somewhere to live. Yeah, see, that just added like a little, that's the tape. I don't need to paint there. I don't want it to be done. All done with painting 5. 5 paintings, you guys. 5 already. Let's do a close-up and let's do a review of all 5 that we've done so far. How about that? Here are paintings 1 and 5. All right, we did the Catch Me If You Can show poster, and this was a picture that Jennie sent me. We had day 2 down here with the sunflower, the sunrise, and then the little hedgehog from yesterday. Here's what it's looking like so far. Oh, I'm really liking this. Thank you all for your help so far. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm a big fan. I'm having so much fun. I hope you are too. I hope you're having as much fun as I am. You can tell me that you're having fun by subscribing and liking and sharing the video. I'm having a blast with this and I hope you are too. And I am excited for day 6. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. I wasn't about to like film this. I film in the middle of the day. I wasn't about to have like a margarita or something. I was gonna try and do this whole video in Spanish in honor of Cinco de Mayo. It wasn't gonna go well. Hablo español. Sí. Hablo un poquito de español, but it's not enough to do an entire video, let me tell you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for day 6.